Hey, it's Clay at ClayTrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. First off, a couple quick clarifications. Number one, I am trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, I'll put a link down below to a totally free 4-part series that'll walk through the futures market and how it all works. But truly the best market out there, in my opinion. No pattern day trading rule. Open 23 hours a day, 6 days a week. So plenty of opportunity for everybody. So just like I said, I think it's worth at least exploring, and not a whole lot of capital is needed, which brings us to the next point. I am day trading futures through a prop firm. So what is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which prop firm am I using? You can get the answer to that, all of everything, the link up above. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is a way for you to risk very little of your own capital, and then you have a whole lot of upside potential. So if that sounds like something that could be of value or interest to you, then definitely check out that link that you see on the screen. So I'll pause the screen recording software for now, and I'll be back as soon as I find a potential trade. All right, market, picking up some action, looking for short there, in there, and very, very nice, quick, $1,000. If you blinked, you missed it. Wait, what? You just made $1,000? Yes, that's how fast futures can move. Now, granted, risk management, very, very key, but that's where the prop firms come into play because they move so fast, that can't always go against you. So that's why if you're using your own money with futures, I think you're a crazy person. I think there are more efficient ways, and I'm defining efficient as risk-controlled ways. So yes, that was $1,000, and I don't know. I was in that trade maybe 1,001, 1,002. Yeah, I don't even think I was in that trade for 3 seconds. But there we go. So I'll pause. Let's see what else we can find. All right, watching for a potential short here now. I'm going to do a different type of contract as I want to try to protect these gains. I'm still willing to potentially lose some money, and I'm in there. And out there for a quick little scalp. And I should have noted that maybe when the video started, you noticed that this was already a green number. But that just goes back to the fact that the futures market are open essentially around the clock, open 23 hours a day. So they're closed from 5 p.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern each day. And then they are closed on Saturday. So over the weekend, they close Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then they open back up on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's where that trade was coming from. I had made a trade actually a couple last night as of the recording of this video, and then a couple before I got the recording software started. So that's what's going on there. If it comes back down, I'll try for the short there. Again, starting small to give myself some flexibility. It wants to release to the downside. I try to add some more right there, but it was not fast enough. We'll see if it wants to come back up. So there's another scalp. Bummer. Oh, I wish I was. Oh, that's painful because I could still have some right now because I would have had 10 total, taken off my first 5, and then I could have scaled out on this move down. But as you saw, well, if you didn't see, you can scroll back and you'll see a red line showed up. That was me trying to get short, but I was not able to get filled. So that's a missed chance there. All right, I'll pause. Well, that stings that much more. As you can see it dropping. Like I said, I'm not saying I'd be playing it perfectly. I'd still have all 10. I'm not saying that. I would have still taken off 5 there, but this would have given me the opportunity to, like I said, take another one off, take another one off, take another one off. Just a little too slow on the trigger. All right. So yes, that I mean, it was a green trade, but man, that one stings. That one stings. All right, approaching a key level here, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Maybe again, I'm starting small to give myself some flexibility. In. And out there for another little scalp. Like I said, when you start small and you give yourself flexibility, if you're correct right from the start, well then yeah, you're not going to make a whole lot because you didn't have great position size. But on the flip side, if it gives me the flexibility to not have to like nail the entry point perfectly. So sometimes, yes, if I'm really, really confident in the entry point, then yeah, I'll go aggressive right from the get-go. But if I'm like, all right, I'm not quite sure, let me give myself a little wiggle room, then that's where, like I said, the flexibility comes into play. Continues to drop. Drop there. Maybe I'm gonna, let's see how this candle closes now at this point in time. So I want to see what this candle looks like. These are 2-minute candles, which you can see right there. So that just means if you're a beginner that each of these candles moves around for 2 minutes and then a new one starts to move around. So this one's still got a little ways before it's going to be done moving around. So I'll pause and we'll see what this ultimately looks like. Well, I can already tell you right now that my trade plan is, yeah, never mind. So this one has just continued to go up, but my entry point was still down here anyway, so it never came down and would have filled me. So that doesn't make this one sting like I missed out on anything. But yeah, that whole trade plan now is starting to has gone to the wayside. If anything, now I was thinking of going long. Now thinking of potentially a short. So I'm more short biased now at this point. And this candle will keep moving around for about another 10 seconds. So we'll just watch the next candle. Next candle start to form, so you can see what I mean if you're a beginner. So any second now, a new candle. There we go. So now this candle will move around for 2 minutes. Well, if this comes all the way back down, I'd be interested in a long down here. All right, I'll pause. Okay, once again, have a small opening order right there at the green line. So if it fills me and then bounces straight up, again, I'm not going to be walking away with much just because I'm trying to give myself flexibility. But if it wants to continue to come down, then like I said, I have given myself plenty of flexibility. Let's see if it wants to go down there and hit the green line. All right, I'll pause. Maybe here. Close again. At this point, I'm going to look for a fake breakdown. Yeah, I would have been filled there. There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm in. Getting started very small to give myself plenty of wiggle room. All right, out. Let's try again here at 40. First opening allotment. All right, we'll see if it wants to head down there or not. By the way, the white line is just the low of the day. So it's impossible for the price to get below this white line because as you've already maybe noticed, the white line will just itself adjust downward. So that's what's going on there. Okay, I think I will pause as we just sit here and trying to give you a chance to just kind of, whoa. All right, I'm in. That was quite the move. Okay. I think I've started off small on that one. That was, wow, I'm glad I had that playing. Catch that. So yes, futures, they can move. They can move quickly. Blue line is my entry. Price wants to push up through there a bit. There we go. Took that one out. So that would not have been easy to sit through had I had a way bigger size. That moved. I mean, it even kind of freaked me out in the sense of, whoa, where did that come from with the smaller size? But I mean, if you're a bigger size, it's, for me at least, and for the vast majority of traders, those moves are hard to sit through if you are oversized. Because, man, that thing just, I mean, you saw it. It was kind of doing its thing, and then ba-boom, down it went. So, yeah, there we go. All right, well, if it wants to come down here, then I'll start the sequence over again, and we'll see if we get another one of these big snaps. So that's why I'm going to get a little bit further down below the lows, because as we just witnessed, man, it can snap in a hurry. Well, as it bounces here, that's kind of taken away from the setup and such that I was looking for, but I'm happy with this, so I'm going to go ahead and call it good. You can see down here, up over $1,500, probably right around $1,500 with commissions, but overall, I'm happy. Not going to complain about that. Before I do go, though, I want to invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering, and mainly for those that are beginners or struggling traders. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're a battle-hardened veteran with a rock-solid strategy, you are welcome to attend, but my confidence level isn't as high that you're going to really get anything from this. But if you are a struggling trader, or like I said, just getting started, a beginner, I'm quite confident that you'll get some nuggets to consider, to factor into your journey, maybe to steer you back on the right path of what you should be on. So like I said, if you're in the category of beginner or struggling trader, then like I said, definitely get signed up for the class. Go to ClayTrader.com/live, or just check out the link in the description area to learn when the next live class is. So thanks for hanging out as always, and make sure you hit that like button. And I do live stream, so if you want to come hang out during the day, I live stream Monday through Friday starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, and usually I go for a few hours. So make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications so that you can be reminded of when I do go live. So thanks for watching. Take care.